Okay, let's set the scene. We're in a quiet, cozy-looking house in a suburb just outside Portland, Oregon. You know the type. For our narrator, Lily, this place has always been her sanctuary, her safe space. But tonight, well, tonight, that's all about to change.
And it all starts with this, a sound. Just a simple knock on the door, but it's wrong. It's one of those moments where your gut just screams at you that something isn't right. This single line, right at the start, just yanks us straight into Lily's home and into that creeping sense of dread.
So who's at the center of our story? On the surface, it's a perfectly happy family. We've got Lily, a freelance illustrator, her husband Daniel, who travels a lot for work, and her sweet 6-year-old stepdaughter, Sophie. But, as we're about to find out, there's this quiet, simmering tension just under all of it. It's the little things, tiny details that, on their own, don't mean much, but together, they start to paint a really unsettling picture. Sophie, who always calls Lily Mama, suddenly starts having these awful nightmares. She becomes terrified of the front door. And get this, the intercom breaks, so Lily can hear who's outside, but she can't see them. Each one of these is like a little crack forming in their seemingly perfect life. Then, a message pops up from Daniel. He's coming home a day early. Now, you'd think this would be great news, right? But for Sophie, it's the opposite. Instead of being excited, Lily sees this flicker of pure, genuine fear in her daughter's eyes. It's a reaction that makes zero sense, at least not yet. And this is the moment the story gets its name. That simmering tension we talked about, it's about to boil over. All because an innocent little kid sees a danger that the adults are totally blind to. It kicks off with this question from Sophie. And there's this urgency in her voice that Lily has never, ever heard before. She's confused, obviously, but she wants to make her daughter feel safe. So she goes to the door, slides the deadbolt across, and fastens the chain lock, all while trying to figure out what could possibly be so scary. And then the knock comes. A voice calls out, and it sounds exactly like Daniel. But Sophie grabs Lily's arm, her voice just a desperate whisper, and she says the 5 words that flip their entire world upside down. Mama, that's not Daddy's voice. Hide. It's just a chilling moment. It's a kid's intuition, absolutely screaming that something is terribly wrong. And here's the crucial part. Lily trusts her. She doesn't question it. She just grabs Sophie and they run, hiding in the total darkness of a linen closet. From inside, they can hear that voice outside, that fake Daniel voice getting louder, more demanding. And the worst part? Lily's phone has no service. She can't call the real Daniel. They're completely trapped. Then, silence. The knocking stops. And let me tell you, the quiet that follows is 1,000 times more terrifying. The person on the other side of that door is done being polite. The threat is about to come inside. Just look how fast this all goes down. At 6:20, bam, the front window shatters. A minute later, they hear footsteps inside the house. Then, at 6:23, right when you think all hope is lost, another voice yells. And this time, it's the real Daniel, home early and walking into a nightmare. Just 2 minutes after that, the whole neighborhood is lit up with police sirens. Can you imagine the relief of hearing Daniel's actual voice? It must have been overwhelming. They hear a struggle break out in the living room as he takes on the intruder. By the time the police burst in, Daniel's a mess. He's bloodied, but he's on his feet, protecting his family. The immediate danger, it's over. So the family is safe, but this story is nowhere near finished. Now they're at the police station under those awful fluorescent lights, and a secret that's been buried for years is about to come out. A secret that explains everything. The intruder finally has a name, Marcus Davis. And as a detective lays it all out, it becomes clear he's not some random burglar. Oh no. He's Sophie's biological father, and he's the abusive ex-husband of Daniel's late wife, Claire. Turns out, he's been lurking in the shadows of their lives this whole time. And this is where the floor completely drops out from under Lily. Daniel's devastating secret is finally revealed. Lily had always been told that Claire, Sophie's mom, died from an illness. But the truth? It's so much more violent. Claire died in a car crash because she was desperately trying to escape from Marcus. As if that wasn't enough, the police have Claire's diary. Daniel, with tears in his eyes, reads an entry out loud, and you can just feel her terror in the words. She was planning to give Sophie to Daniel to protect her, to finally get away from Marcus for good. But she never made it. The crash happened the day before she was supposed to meet Daniel. Daniel just breaks down. He apologizes, explaining he hid the truth because he honestly thought Marcus was gone for good. He didn't want to bring all that violence and fear into his new life with Lily. He thought he was protecting them, but his secret is what made them so vulnerable. So the truth is out. The lies are exposed. The bad guy has been caught. But now comes the really hard part. How does a family even begin to recover from something like this? How do you find a new way to move forward when your foundation has been completely shattered? Well, first, there's a little bit of legal justice. Marcus gets sentenced to 7 years in prison, and when he gets out, there's a restraining order waiting for him. It's not perfect, but it's a start. It's a guarantee of safety, at least for a while. But the real healing, that happens at home. They get a top-of-the-line security system to make the house feel safe again. They start family therapy so they have a space to talk through all this trauma. And most importantly, Daniel and Lily make a pact. Total honesty, no more secrets. And step by step, day by day, they help little Sophie find her courage again. And after months of all that hard work, they get their reward. It comes in the form of these simple, powerful words from Sophie during a therapy session. It's just this beautiful moment of healing, and it's proof of the incredible bond that was forged between them through this whole nightmare. It shows that Lily is her mom in every single way that truly matters. And really, that's the whole point of this story, isn't it? Family isn't just about blood or DNA. It's about who you choose. It's about who shows up when things get terrifying. It's about who protects you and believes in you no matter what.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. This story is a huge reminder that we can't always control the bad things that happen in our lives, but we can control how we piece things back together. We can choose honesty over secrets. We can choose courage over fear, and we can choose love over everything else. It's not about the scars we get. It's about how we decide to heal them together.